welcome to the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions, for the Battle of NorCal here in Modesto Christian High School. Along with my broadcast partner, Matthew Bassett, I'm Mario Ramos. The Battle of NorCal for the third time being hosted by Simply Basketball. And it's the defending champs, the 209. In fact, they've won this one 2 straight years, trying to make it 3 in a row. And they will take on the Central squad from the Central Valley. And these two Valley teams appear to be loaded right now. They're introducing the 209. So we'll go through these lineups, kind of set the stage for you. Rashad Cotton from Modesto Christian. He'll be out here along with his teammates Miles Jones and Marcus Washington. So a little bit of a home field advantage for those Crusaders. He'll be joined by Anthony Moore out of Lincoln High School. Another Trojan, Quentin Thomas, will be on the 209 squad along with Caden Ward, Richard Banks out of Weston Ranch, Darian Lilly, and Mateen Rafiq also out of Weston Ranch, DeMarcus Cobb and Dalian Neal from Edison, and Mario Williams out of Venture Academy rounds out the 209 team. They're going to be taking on the Central squad, which may have the highest rated player in this entire event here, Tunde Yasofu out of St. Joseph's, the defending NorCal champions. They're going to take on, he will have Abdul Bare, his teammate, 6'10 teammate, will join him, as well as Connor Amundsen and McKay Amundsen, both of them out of Clovis North. Abe Potts from San Joaquin Memorial, Baron Mitchell out of Edison from Fresno, Ripon Gill from Centennial, Lucas Jones of Clovis North, Luke Jacobson of Mission Prep, Bentley Waller from Bakersfield Christian, and Javance Coleman Jr. of Bullard make up the Central squad. Again, we mentioned the 209 has won this one for 2 straight years, trying to make it 3 in a row. They come in with one of the maybe smaller, more guard-oriented lineups here in this matchup, and taking on maybe one of the bigger teams in the Central. Figures to be a good matchup. We saw the Bay take care of business against the 916. So Matthew, they're awaiting the winner of this one. It'll be interesting to see who's going to take on the Bay.
Yeah, and like you said, I think there's going to be a huge size mismatch in this game, but these guards for the 209, I mean, you got Mateen Rafiq, Weston Ranch now, but playing for his dad at El Camino last year, was the leading scorer in the Sac Joaquin section at nearly 30 points a game. And let's just say he's the best shooter in any gym that he walks into pretty much. I mean, this dude can flat out light it up. And then the 2 youngsters from Modesto Christian, both Rashad Cotton, who was with the team last year and winning that section championship and then falling short of going to the state championship, losing to Tunde Yasofu's team right here in Modesto. Is actually at Modesto Junior College. And then Miles Jones, the transfer from Folsom. Those 2 young guards are fantastic as well, but they do not have a lot of size, especially as we look at them lined up there at midcourt. No, there's just not a lot of size as they try to fend off Yasofu and all these other guys for the Central Valley team. It's going to be a tall task, and all puns intended there.
Yeah, these games tend to be a little more easier for guards to get acclimated in this type of setting. A lot of ball handling, a lot of ability to shoot from range, and this team definitely has that ability. So perhaps that could keep them in the game against the Central squad who's getting set to be introduced. He definitely has a lot of size across the board. When you look at the 6'6" Yasofu, 6'10" Bare. You have Mitchell at 6'4", Gill 6'6", Luke Jacobson checking in at 6'8". So it'll be interesting to see how those matchups kind of play out, both on the offensive and defensive end here in this ball game.
And here he comes, Tunde Yasofu. And keep in mind, people, this guy's just entering his junior year of high school. And you would not guess it by looking at the young man out there.
No, 6'5", 210. He's rated 24th in the ESPN 80 for the class of 2025. Yasofu holding offers from Arizona, Arizona State, Arkansas, UCLA, UNLV, Washington State, and I'm sure that list is going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get offers from just about every school in the country. He can pretty much like spin a globe and close his eyes and pick wherever he wants to go, and they would gladly take him. You got the Amundsen brothers for the Central Valley. They both play for their dad.
Clovis North.
I think McKay will be the younger brother, the younger Amundsen brother. He's just going into a sophomore year. McKay, I think he beats out Kevin Hopt as the shortest possibly competitor in these games today. But both these Amundsen brothers, any kid who's this coach's son, they can always shoot.
Right.
For whatever reason, they can always shoot. They just spend a lot of time in the gym shooting the basketball. Coach's sons can always light it up from the outside.
Well, if dad needs to get something done, right? Just handle the ball. Hey, work on your form shooting over here. I'll be right back. Let me get this finished real quick. And these guys have definitely lit it up against some good competition in Section 7 earlier this year. Connor Amundsen in particular had a pretty big game against Bishop Gorman. So able to step it up out there at Section 7 when all those squads are gathering in Arizona. These guys have definitely showed out. As we almost had a missed handshake there by Lucas Jones, who caught himself.
It'd be fun to see Connor Amundsen and Mateen Rafiq play against each other here. I mean, these are two of the best shooters I've ever covered in basketball, and that'd be fun to watch those two go head-to-head, absolutely. Yeah, pretty stark contrast out there, the size of this Central Valley team. Not only height, but big guys, too. Look at this kid, Luke Jacobson.
You mentioned some of those mismatches and matchups that we see out here, but that's kind of what people get excited to see, right? You get to see a Yusofu check a Rashad Cotton, and Rashad Cotton try to get to the basket against a young man like that. And so it makes for something you don't see necessarily every day. And shout out to Simply for not only identifying this talent, but showcasing it and gathering it here in one place. They do such a great job of popping up on my Twitter feed with all these types of highlights from all these kids throughout the year. And like I said, to bring them all in one location,
absolutely,
is pretty cool. Even if we are gearing up for football season here in early August, it's nice to have this little basketball distraction.
Yeah, especially we get to see the 209 on their, on their home turf. If they can go for the three-peat here in the Battle of NorCal.
Going to get both squads out there, get the group photos. Again, the winner of this one will take on the Bay Area, and that'll be after the slam dunk and three-point competition. And whoever comes up short in this contest will take on the 916, who came up short in the Bay Area in our first matchup. So they'll be waiting in the wings for our final matchup of the evening. But now it looks like we are set and ready to go between the 209 and the Valley here on NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. It's Simply Basketball's Battle of NorCal. Coaches heading out the final instructions. Looks like we're going to have a starting five from the Central Valley. It's going to be Connor Amundsen. Also have Ripon Gill, Tunde Yusofu, Abdul Bare, also have Abe Potts rounding out the five for the Central. And the 209, they're going to come out with Miles Jones, Rashad Cotton, Mateen Rafiq, Anthony Moore, and jumping in the middle will be Quentin Thompson. And he'll be jumping against Yusofu as we are set to get underway here in our second matchup on the NFHS Network.
If you're jumping against Tunde, do you even try here? Oh, look at that. Pretty even jump. Hey. Yeah. Quentin, I'm sorry I doubted you, my man. Impressive jump ball there.
Here's Rashad Cotton. Going to shake Amundsen, a little spin move, elbow fall away. Rebound in the hands of Yusofu.
Good looking move there by Cotton, just in and out on his first attempt of the game. Here's the matchup, Rafiq and Amundsen. Like I said, that's shooters, man. Potts for three.
Straight away for Potts, that one off the back rim. To get the offensive rebound, now kicks it out. Gill to the basket, Gill with the finish. Nice take from Rip and Gill, and he gets the scoring started for the Central Valley. Three-pointer on the other end, left short. Amundsen looking to push. Nice right to left crossover, kick out. Gill now from range. First 5 points of the game come from Rip and Gill.
And Rip and Gill, the big man from Centennial. Fantastic start to the game for him. He doesn't have a slight frame either. He's a big guy.
Yusofu kicks out. Amundsen's three rattles out. Rebound hauled in by Thompson. Moore pulls up for a triple, left it short, and Amundsen with another rebound. Looking to push, tosses up a floater. And Barre tapped the rebound into the hands of Cotton. Cotton along the sideline. A little hesitation. Tough shot over 6'10" right there.
Barre just stands there straight up, and there's really nothing Cotton could do. Oh, Yusofu just jumped over Barre trying to put that back.
He did jump over his teammate. Here the other way. There's a nice little pull-up, gets the scoring going with Mateen Rafiq. That's the first bucket for 209.
Yeah, Rafiq is nice, man. He's just so smooth offensively. These jerseys are almost too similar for this game. A little too much gray.
209 with a little bit of maroon on theirs. The other Central's black and gray. Yusofu doing work on the glass, trying to clear some space, and he throws down the hammer. Coast to coast, Tunde Yusofu getting the rebound on one end, throws it down on the other.
Miles Jones was pestering him the entire time down, but nobody stepped in front.
Barre tried to get it out to Yusofu, just a little out in front. Ball heads over to the 209. Rafiq quickly gets it in, and that one is blocked by Barre. And pin that one up against the glass.
Barre's a youngster. He's just heading into his sophomore year of high school, but he's got the size and ability. Once he figures this game out fully, he's going to be a problem.
Well, we had a chance to see him earlier this summer as Moore tries to step back jumper on him, gets that one to go down.
And Anthony Moore is a mid-range merchant. Every time I've watched Lincoln, he lives in the mid-range, and at that height with that length, it's nearly impossible to stop.
And Moore coming into his junior season had a phenomenal sophomore year, as so did that guy right there, Tunde Yusofu. Phenomenal year, ended up in the state championship matchup. And here he comes with the steal. He's got Amundsen with him. Amundsen throws it up. Oh, can't quite get it with the left hand. Rafiq tried to get it over to Cotton, whose microphone popped out. So he's got the mic in one hand, try to catch it with the other. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution for technical purposes.
That would have been a spectacular lob if Amundsen and Yusofu were able to pull it off, and Yusofu was shocked he didn't get it.
Amundsen trying to shake Rafiq. That's in front, but Barre's rebound attempt bounces out of bounds, and so it's going to go over to 209. He's down 6, coming up on 6 minutes played here in the first half. 2 20-minute halves in this ball game. Moore, triple, knocks it down. Moore stepping back, knocking down the three-pointer. He's got 5 in the ball game.
Smooth looking shot. That young man, he's going to be a problem for the next couple years for the Trojans.
Here comes Jones. Tried to kick it out to Moore. That pass deflected. Actually, no, they're going to say, yeah, it was deflected. Yusofu's trying to see if he can't pull one over on the ref and get the ball back. going to stay with the 209.
Miles Jones ran back as if it wasn't deflected, and Yusufu could have swore he didn't deflect. I believe him, actually, because Jones was the one who passed it, and he ran back on defense, and Yusufu was ready to take the ball out. He might not have touched it. Oh, nice hands there by Banks, but then the pass is just over his head.
Try to chase it down, but ultimately on the end line, so it's going to go over to the Valley. We got a couple substitutions. We're going to have wholesale substitutions for the Valley. Let's see, we got Caden Ward and Darian Lilly out of Western Ranch coming in. Ward from St. Mary's, and Lilly out of Western Ranch checking into the ball game. And then a whole new 5 for the Valley. Bentley Waller, Vance Coleman Jr., Luke Jacobson, Lucas Jones, as well as Baron Mitchell. As there's a kick out to Vance Coleman Jr., can't get the 3. And the rebound goes over to Lilly. Banks really came on during Western Ranch's section playoff run. Pulled off the huge upset against Folsom as well. As there's Ward trying to size that one up, but there's a nice layup from Lucas Jones.
I love the way he got it up quick off the glass to negate the shot block there.
Moore, a little hezzy, gets the baseline. Layup's good for 2.
Anthony Moore is 7 of the 9 right now for the 209. Neither team lighting it up, really. We're also seeing a lot more defense, I feel like, in this one than we did in the first. And the defense wasn't necessarily awful in the first game. It was just there was a lot more lackadaisicalness on the glass, especially.
There's a baseline drive that's blocked by Lilly. Good defensive play. Up ahead, looking for Marcus Washington, who's able to track it down. Washington now has it poked out. Jacobson throws it up. Unable to make that one is Waller.
Got to go glass. You got to go glass there.
That square. Here's Moore again with another mid-range.
I'm telling you, that touch from the mid-range, how soft was that as it just kissed off the rim and rattled home.
Moore showing scoring from all 3 levels. It looked like a blocked shot, but Washington got a little too much contact, so it's going to stay down here. Yeah, I mentioned Moore, a couple mid-range jumpers, a 3, got to the basket. He's in his bag. He's showing his stuff, but he's going to have to take a seat right now as he checks out. And there's a 3 ball off the wing from Lucas Jones.
Lucas Jones is coming hot. He had the nice finish off the glass, and now a 3 ball. He's trying to keep pace with Anthony Moore. Moore's up to 9 points in the game.
Here's Mario Williams with the 3-pointer from the wing. There's a guy who's not hesitant to shoot. Comes out, puts a 3 ball right off the first possession. There's a sweet take from Jacobson.
That's Jones again,
I'm
actually.
sorry, my fault.
Yeah, Lucas Jones again. No fear off the bench for the Central Valley team out of Clovis North.
Yeah. That's a squad I've had the opportunity to see in this gym actually a couple of times during the Holiday Hoops Classic here in Modesto Christian. They've been very, very competitive within this tournament. Jones definitely competitive here. He's got 7 points, 7 of the 17 for the Central Valley. There's another wing 3, and that one's good for Javance Coleman Jr. Youngster from Bullard in the Fresno area. It's that one a drop as Ward loses his step, loses the handle, and now the Valley looking to run out. And layup good for 2, so Javance Coleman with 5 quick points.
I think Veron Mitchell wanted that one off the glass there, and Coleman just wanted his bucket instead.
Try to get up ahead, ball still loose. Good hustle. Able to come up with that loose ball right there with Mitchell. Still poking around. And let's see who touched it last. I'm going to say that's off Williams' foot. That's going to stay with the Central Valley.
The game is picking up in pace a little bit right now. We're about halfway through the first half. But early on, it's looking actually a little bit like that first game, where right now the Central Valley has had the better of it, just like the Bay did in that first game. And speaking of the better of it,
Lucas Jones, another long-range triple. He's got 10 in the ball game. Lead ballooned up to 11. Williams off the back iron. Banks tapped it, but into the hands of Waller. He's looking to run out. Kick out in the corner to Coleman. Step back is good. Give him all three of those. Three ball from the corner pocket for Javance Coleman Jr.
Oh, the Valley got hot real quick. They're doubling up the 209. That stops the bleeding just a bit there for the 209.
Much needed basket there from Darian Lilly. Into the 12-point ball game as they double Jones. And he kicks it out to Jacobson. Can't get that one to go. Put the offensive rebound and follow for Javance Coleman Jr., who's got 10. The second Valley player in double figures.
He and Jones, like everything right now for the Valley.
Loose ball, last touch by the Valley. Is going to stay down here with the 209 as we come up on 9 minutes left to play here in the first half. Cotton looking to go to work on his home court. Little hesitation. Step back three won't go. Williams with the offensive rebound. Tried to take it up, but he was hit by Coleman. So Mario Williams will shoot one free throw worth 2. Mario leading the Venture Academy squad that's looking to make a section championship run. Won the CCAA the last couple of years. Williams had a monster junior season. Been out on the AAU circuit with Team Arsenal. And looking to cap things off for a big senior year for the Venture Academy Mustangs. He knocks down the free throw, makes it a 12-point game. Here's Jones, he's been the hot hand, trying to shake Cotton. Stops at the foul line. It's a little up and down.
No, boy, he wants to pull it. He's got the hot hand, like you said. He wants to pull it. He thinks he got fouled a little bit there at the foul line.
Well, these games have that open gym type feel, and like you said, right, when you're feeling it, open gym, everybody knows, all right, watch out, this guy's going to put it up. There's Cotton now working on Amundsen. The older Amundsen. Kick out, three ball, Williams rattles home the triple.
Williams with 8 off the bench for the 209, doing a nice job.
Kick out to Gill in the corner. That one rolls out into the hands of Anthony Moore.
Gill started hot. He had the first 5 points of the game for the Valley.
That one way off for Moore. Here comes Amundsen straight down the chute. Left it off the rim. Now here's Cotton on the other end. Couldn't quite handle that bounce pass. That was a good look there. 9-point ball game, 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Connor Amundsen gets to his left, lane line drive, stops and pops, puts it in for 2. Here's Rafiq with a deep three. That one off to the left. It's going to go out of bounds and head over to the Valley.
Yeah, the 209 just can't, they can't find the handle of the ball right now. They can't find the outside shot consistently. I mean, the 2 threes by Mario Williams really saving the 209 right now from this lead getting out of hand.
There's a nice little elbow fall away that won't go for Potts, but Yusufu steps back, tries to knock down the triple, gets the long rebound, goes straight down the basket and follows it up for 2. Yusufu.
Got 2 of his own rebounds there on that possession and ends up with the putback.
Unofficially, he's very close to a double-double with 8 points, and I'm going to say pretty close to about 8 rebounds as well. There's a good job by Thompson, who nearly had 8 rebounds on that one possession.
Yeah, he missed a couple of them, but he stuck with it. I think they call that stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-it. I think they call that padding your stats right there, Matt. There's Amundsen kicking it out to his brother. McKay over to Connor. Connor, a little hesitation. Now kicks out McKay with a clean look. Fires up the triple, left it short. Gill able to get the rebound. And that one slapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Valley. Connor Amundsen to inbound, gets it to Yusofu, who's isolated against Moore. Pulls the three, knocks down the triple. Second of the game for Yusofu, who's now the third Valley player in double figures. Yusofu with 10, Jones with 10, and Coleman with 10. Jones.
30 of the 37 points for the Valley between three guys.
Corner three for Thompson won't go. Gets his own rebound and kicks it out to Moore. His mid-range pull-up is short. Able to come up with a steal and finishes for two.
Anthony Moore continues to be a bright spot for the 209. He's really been active early on.
Put him in the double-figure club. He's got 11 as Yusofu lines up another one, but that one's off the mark. Now Miles Jones.
We'll see more of Jones with the basketball. Heard a lot about this youngster. Just going into his sophomore year. Didn't play a lot with Folsom last year, but oh my goodness.
Yusofu swats that one nearly towards the bench. Now Moore says, let me just try it from here instead. And I get so close and fire from range, and he knocks down his second three-pointer. He now has 14.
Moore's lighting it up. I said earlier, how do you defend that mid-range of Anthony Moore? I think Yusofu just said, you just have to be able to jump out of the gym. That's it. No big deal.
He's 6'8" with the phenomenal vertical. Nice crossover and switches back to the left hand. Tunde Yusofu.
That remarkable touch as well. I mean, along with all his physical prowess, right? Just a soft lefty finish off the glass.
No, I think that's a great point, a feathery touch instead of just chucking something up there. We know he's got the strength, but yeah, the finesse, like you're saying, to go with that is the reason why he's one of the highest rated juniors in the entire nation.
Looked like good D there from Connor Amundsen, but they got him with a foul somewhere. I'm not sure where it occurred, but it will send Mateen Rafiq to the foul line. Players are just kind of interchangeable nowadays, right? They just subbed out McKay Amundsen for Abdul Bare in this game.
Positionless basketball, right? We just need 5. Here's Gill. Trying to kick it out. Good defense there by Dalian Neal.
Oh, he knew where Yusofu was the whole time, but he just let him a little bit too much. Had that pass been on the money, we've been looking at a highlight.
Neal. Put out to Thompson, a few feet behind the line, fires, won't go. And rebound pulled in by Abe Potts. Potts kicks out, ripping Gill, no hesitation from the corner, too strong into the hands of Yusofu. Looking for a cut from Amundsen. And he kicks out to Potts, steps inside, and knocks it down. Rafiq kicks out to Jones. Jones, couple dribbles, gets himself some space, but Bare falls in the board. Amundsen drops it off inside. Bare had that one slapped out by Jones. Now looking for some space. Able to clear enough to get the 2.
That's one of those, at the size of the 209, there's just nothing you can do in that at that point.
How about that? Taking charge in an all-star game right there. Connor Amundsen, you mentioned being a coach's son. Pops is going to be clipping that highlight right there. He just took one right in the chest.
I think he just broke an unwritten rule of basketball, taking a charge in an all-star game.
If you're going to take one, at least take one like that. That was highlight reel worthy. Even the referee was appreciative of that one. Like you said, I think it is an unwritten rule, but he's like, hey, that looks so good, I got to call it. Amundsen playing the 2-man game with Yusofu up top. Comes off the screen and layup off the glass and good for 2. Great job by Connor Amundsen using the pick and using the backboard with a good angle. Jones working on Potts, little follow away midi, rebound Bare.
209 just can't find the range right now. Looking like the lowest scoring first half we've had of any team for sure, unless they really pick it up here. And here's Rafiq with a steal.
Rafiq,
look at that.
Nice reverse layup. A little scoop job by Mateen Rafiq. His second bucket. Yusofu, 3-pointer short. Amundsen hung in the air trying to get the tap in. Williams with the rebound. Here comes Thompson.
I don't think Amundsen has stopped moving the entire game.
Williams with the clean look, straight away 3. Rebound over to Ward. Pick out Rafik in the corner, rattles home the 3 ball in the corner pocket.
He airballed his first attempt from 3, but you're not going to see that very often from Mateen Rafik. Like I said, he's one of the best shooters you're going to see, and quick release there from the corner.
Amundsen gets all the way to the cup. Barre gathers, puts it in for 2. Lead back up to 12 as we have a substitution timeout. We're at 2:29. I was just going to say it was about a 10-point margin prior to that basket. It appeared the 2:09 if they could finish this, half off with a solid little run. And all things considered, you've got to chalk it up as a pretty successful half and think you're within striking distance to start the second. But
it does feel similar to that first game where the 916 just couldn't get over the hump. Right now, the 209, it'll make a little run, but there's a bunch of different guys for the Valley playing so well that they just always seem to have an answer right now for any run by the 209.
Mario Ramos along with Matthew Bissett. We also got Miles Hansen out here on camera for us as well, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions and the NFHS Network. In Modesto Christian in Salida, California, for Simply Basketball's Battle of NorCal. We saw the Bay Area defeat the 916. And right now with 2:29 left to play in the first half, it's the 209 trailing the Central Valley 45-33. 209 with possession. It's Rafik, Jones, Ward, Thompson, and Williams. Ward puts it back out to Rafik, guarded by Tunde Yesufu. Sofu, I should say, I beg your pardon. Here's Jones now picking up. Jones on Jones. What we got. Miles going against Luke. Miles with the fadeaway. Nice rebound, tap it over to Thompson. His mid-range is good.
Now, fun fact there, Miles Jones just broke the record for jab steps on a single possession.
Well played, sir.
Here's Tunde Sofu.
Trying to back down Caden Ward. Nice one between the leg. Gets a step. Ward all over him, but Yusofu was able to get some space, just couldn't knock down the jumper.
If he makes that, you just,
exactly.
What do you do? Yeah. The handle, the mid-range from the elbow.
It was phenomenal defense.
It looked great, too. Oh, exactly. That it wasn't bad defense at all.
Barre with some great defense using that 6'10 frame to get a deflection. Gill may have gotten away with the double dribble and picks out to Yusofu, lines one up, can't get it to go. And Jones with a good block out, able to retain possession as that one was last touched by Barre.
Jones has good size. You got to figure his dad. So his dad used to coach at Capital Christian. He has really, really good size. Just a sophomore, just heading into his sophomore year. But you got to figure he's only going to grow from here. And playing in a backcourt with Rashad Cotton here at Modesto Christian, that's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, very similar body types in that they could kind of handle like they do and play like the elite guards that they are. But like you mentioned, that size, it just kind of sneaks up on you. Here's a pull-up from Jones.
That bucket by Caden Ward at the other end.
Yeah, Ward's bucket gets it into single digits, but now Barre puts it back into double figures.
There's nothing you can do when Barre gets it down that low.
Williams off the glass. Not sure if the bank's open this late on a Saturday, but it is here.
They asked him if he was looking to buy, and he said, no thanks, I'm just window shopping. Not the most emphatic of dunks there from Yusofu, but it counts for 2 all the same.
The lead is 9. There's a 209 has possession. We'll see if they hold for the final shot. Rafik gets it inside to Ward, gets a couple guys up in the air. It's a couple St. Joseph's Knights up in the air. And St. Mary's Ram, Caden Ward will head to the free throw line, a chance to make this a 7-point ball game.
Well, Ward pump fake there and got Barre and Yusofu in the air, and then he kind of ducked out of self-preservation, realizing he did not want either one of those two guys to come down on top of him.
Ward can't get the free throw. And now here comes the Valley. They're going to take the final shot, trying to push the lead into double figures. Coleman blitz the screen. Final seconds as they throw it out of bounds. They had Ward up ahead, but this one's going to go out of bounds as the horn sounds. That'll take us to the end of the first half. It's the Valley leading the 209, 49-40 at the end of the first half here at the Battle of NorCal. Brought to you by Simply Basketball on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions. Welcome back to the second half of Battle of NorCal between the 209 and the Central Valley, along with my broadcast partner, Matthew Bissett, cameraman Miles Hansen. I'm Mario Ramos. 209 will open up with possession, down by 9. Here's Miles Jones looking for Mateen Rafiq off the down screen. Now kicks it back out the wing. Jones turns the corner, gets inside. Floater is sent to the first row by Tunde Yusufu.
A lot of guys can jump. He explodes off of the floor, right? I mean, it looks like there's a trampoline underneath him the way he jumps. It is just remarkable.
He's got springs in those shoes. There's another three-pointer off the glass. The window helping Team 209. Last two long-range bombs have come off the backboard. They were credited with the 2 on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was well behind the line. I'm not sure I agree with that, but oh, they give him the 3rd point now. They're good.
There's a little mid-range follow away from Jones. Miles Jones unable to get things going offensively as Banks comes up with a steal, steps through. Rafiq able to clean it up.
The Weston Ranch guys get it done. Rafiq with the hands, and Banks is there. And I love that Rafiq doesn't assume that, you're going to make a layup. You never assume to make, even though I'm sure Banks finishes that more often than not.
There's Connor Amundsen coming off the Yusufu screen, kicks it out to Bentley Waller. His wing 3 off the back iron. Yusufu had it, but got tapped out into the hands of Anthony Moore.
The 3 ball for the Central Valley has cooled off, and we have a run by the 209. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
Moore's mid-range won't go. There's a kick out to Waller. He drives the baseline, tried to throw it down, left it short. Now Moore on the run out, and reverse layup is good for 2. Anthony Moore, 14 in the first half. He's now 16 in the ball game. Don't look now, but it's a 2-point game.
I know it was nearly 20 points in that first half. Central Valley was doubling up the 209, and now here comes Miles Jones.
Jones, his floater rolls in and out, and you can just see with his body language, he's like, man, what do I got to do to get a bucket? Amundsen had that one poked out from behind, and Moore's pass picked up by Yusufu. Yusufu steps into a deep 3. Rafiq taps it out, chased down by Mitchell. He slices to the basket, and Baron Mitchell gets it to go for 2. We got a quick timeout here from the Valley.
And it looks like the 209 wants to make this game hectic. They want to make it. They want to make it an up and down game, and with the guards that they have, they think that that's where their advantage is. And certainly right now, it has them in a good spot, especially compared to what we saw in that first half, where it looked like they were going to be completely outmatched. But once you get into a half court and you allow Barre to set up down low, you allow Rip and Gills had a nice game so far. You allow these guys to set up. That's where the Central Valley has done most of their damage.
Yeah, 209, again, we mentioned earlier, they are the defending champions. They're actually the only champions here in the Battle of NorCal. This is the 3rd year. The 209 has won the first 2, trying to make it a 3-peat. Like you said, it looked like they were out of it. Kind of had a little lull in the building for a second. Now the 209 has stormed out here in the second half. Cut the lead to 2. It's now 4. Trying to cut it down here on this possession as Jones gets it out to Rafiq, who nearly lost his footing. But he's got an open teammate in Washington in the corner who can't get that one to drop. Mitchell kicks it out to Coleman, who's left wide open in the corner. Mitchell with the rebound and the follow, gets it to go and 1.
How about that strength? That wasn't a nickel dimer, that was not a cheap foul.
No.
And still with the strength to get it up off glass and in.
Here's Moore matched up against Mitchell on the wing. Moore trying to get to his right hand, crosses over, mid-range shot. Mitchell able to contest. Up ahead, here's Coleman. Reverse layup is good for 2.
Well, he was a big reason why the Central Valley grew their lead in the first half, and now he's trying to become a big reason why they grow it again.
The steal and the dime to Connor Amundsen. He's able to finish, and Mitchell is showing out here in the second half. I'm sorry, Coleman showing out in the second half as Banks gets inside and then tried to Euro Waller. Thought he got a possession, but he grabbed the wrist of Banks. going to have a whole new 10 coming on.
It just shows you that, I mean, the quality of players out here. Richard Banks is a fantastic basketball player. And he's got a quiet game, right? It's just tough to really shine in a game with this much talent on the floor.
Gill rips down the rebound, looking to push ahead, hands off on the wing. Here's Potts. That one won't go. Amundsen trying to chase it down, but he was on the baseline. So that'll head over to 209. The 2-point game is now pushed up to 11. A 9-0 run here for the Valley as Cotton is capable of lighting it up instantly. Tries to get Amundsen down low. Left a little short, but Williams fighting for the rebound. Powers that one up and in for 2. Williams now in double figures. He's got 13 in the ballgame. And
where would they be without Mario Williams, the 209? Something about the guy's named Mario in this gym. I don't know.
Right? You have no idea. Slam and jam, I used to light it up in here, Matt. Potts with the rebound off the loose ball. Here's Amundsen, steps into one. Mid-range won't go. Ball still loose, and Williams with another board. Barry nearly knocked it out. Now Williams looking to push. Gets inside and can't finish. It was hit on the way up, so Mario Williams, you see the MC had to hype him up, but Mario Williams will head back to the free throw line where he knocked down one earlier.
Smooth athlete, though, Mario Williams. He just glides up the floor, right? None of that herky-jerky stuff, but he's just a very smooth-looking athlete. And then that touch, obviously, is there. We've seen him knock down a few threes in this game already.
15 in the game for Williams. Cuts the 11-point lead down to 7. Here's Gill's shot. Ward skies for the rebound. Ward, a phenomenal athlete. He steps back on a triple and knocks it down. Caden Ward doing it all on that possession. Gets the rebound and splashes down the triple on the other end. The lead is 4.
And if those 3 balls really start falling for the 209, Central Valley might need to look out because they're letting the 209 hang around after that strong first half.
Cotton off the glass and good for 2.
Fights off the defender and then gets it up over the top of Barre.
Oh, he's such a great finisher around the basket. Such a creative finisher. Sometimes it's unconventional, but it's conventional to him. He can knock it down. Amundsen can't get that one to go, but Jacobson chased it down. And he sets a screen for Gill, who nearly lost the handle. Jacobson back up top, swings it over to Potts. Potts back out to Jacobson. His 3 off the mark. Good block out there by Ward as Barre is going to get called for the foul.
You know, to go back to Rashad Cotton, you're Modesto Christian, right? B.J. Davis just graduated, maybe the best player in the history of this program of going to San Diego State. How do you replace that productivity? Well, not bad. He got 1 year of the overlap between he and Rashad Cotton. This is a good-looking player to come back after B.J. Davis. And look at that. We're all tied up at 58.
Cotton, mid-range jumper, knocks this one up. The defending champion, 209. Trying to get into that championship game against the Bay Area, who's awaiting the winner. Here's a steal from Cotton. Looking to take the lead for the 209. Stops, pops, triple, bounces to the left corner where Ward chases it down. Now he'll fire from range. That one rolls out. Cotton chases it down and right in front of his coach, Bryce Fantasia. That one goes out of bounds. And that'll head over to the Valley.
Look at the way they swarmed around Barre that time, right? That first half, anytime Barre caught it anywhere close to the hoop, it was a guaranteed bucket. That last time he catched it down low, 3 209 players swarming around him, swiping out the ball.
(58-58), 11:40 left to play in the Battle of NorCal. Again, the winner takes on the Bay Area squad in the championship game. The loser will take on the 916 in the consolation matchup. There's a 3-pointer that just rattled out for Baron Mitchell. Now Thompson comes the other way for the 209. Thompson all the way to the basket. Quentin Thompson, what a finish.
First lead of the game, I believe, for the 209.
Amundsen trying to tie it up. He can't get that one to go. Now Rafiq looking to add to this advantage that 209 has for the first time. Trying to shake his Sofu. He's not going anywhere. Thompson, his layup won't go, left it a little short. Jones, who was hot in the first half, gets it over.
Was he and Coleman, who has the ball right now? They were the guys who were hot in that first half, but I don't think we called Jones' name at all in the second half. Coleman had a nice moment earlier in the half, but they both need to get it going.
Oh, that one blocked by Banks. Coming in from a weak side, able to knock that one out. Now Moore gets it over to Banks. Banks scoops, layup, good for two. What a finish.
How many times do you see it? Get it done at one end, also get the feed at the other end.
There's a kick out. Coleman's three is short. Rafiq looking for some reinforcements.
And if you play for Coach Podesta at Weston Ranch, you better play some defense. And Richard Banks just showed you some D right there.
Trying to isolate Thompson down low against Jones. And now he's going to set the screen for Moore up top. Moore working against Mitchell. Here's Rafiq trying to shake Amundsen. Good defense by Connor, who has that deflected right back to him. Pass up ahead to Mitchell. That one is blocked by Banks. Richard Banks with a couple phenomenal defensive plays.
Banks is flying out there right now.
Floater left short by Lilly. Now here comes Jones the other way, drops it off to Mitchell. Mitchell, Hezzy lets him fly by, can't get it to go. And Rafiq cleans up the board.
The lid is on the bucket for the Central Valley. They cannot buy one.
Thompson was grabbed by Jones on the way up, couldn't get it to go down. But he'll head to the free throw line, a chance to push this 4-point lead to 6.
Look at the length of that Lincoln duo. Anthony Moore getting a sip of water right now. Quentin Thompson, neither of their arms stop. they just keep going down their sides.
Lefty Thompson's free throw is good.
And Thompson been active in this game from the opening tip.
Bit of an offensive drought here. Central Valley with only 8 points here in the first 11 minutes in the second half as Yusofu looking to force the issue a little bit more. He gets to the basket as he was fouled on the way up from Darian Lilly.
There's some chirping going on out there. Lilly and Yusofu, and then you love it, his fellow Weston Ranch Cougar. He's right there with him. Banks is right there talking.
No doubt these guys, perused these rosters and looked over who's here and have an idea of who they're going up against. That's going to,
oh yeah,
make your antennas rise up a little bit.
When you see that name especially,
yes,
Yusofu, one of the very best California has to offer. Heck, one of the best the whole country has to offer.
Here's Lilly matched up against Jones, trying to take him down low on the post. Banks relocates. Now gets it over to Moore. Moore, a little mid-range foul away. Left it short. Mitchell with the board. Mitchell all the way to the basket. Mitchell, like a freight train running down the tracks, wasn't going to be stopped.
I love the way he protected the ball as he goes between the D.
Rafiq puts out to Banks. Banks back to Rafiq. See Coach Podesta out there on the baseline. No doubt he likes that connection right there.
He and Fantasio sitting next to each other.
Yeah. Amundsen, a nice little pull-up jumper. 8 in the game for Connor Amundsen. It's a 3-point margin, 67-64 as we come up on 8 minutes left to play. Moore, stop down low, tries a little mid-range fall away. That one won't go. Amundsen stays behind the 3-point line, tees it up, knocks it down. And we are knotted up this time at 67.
It's not the guy you want to leave open in transition, especially after he just saw one fall.
Exactly. Now he's in double figures. He got 11. Rafiq gets it over to Thompson. Thompson, no hesitation, attacks the basket, gets the hit, takes the contact. He'll head to the free throw line. Actually, nope. We're just going to give him the and one, I believe.
Yeah, 70-67.
Yep. 3-point play there for Thompson.
Good minutes from that 5 right there from the 209.
Yeah.
Let's see if this new 5 that's just come in can keep it up.
Amundsen, little hesitation, lets Jones kind of get into his body, draws the foul. So Amundsen is starting to get going here offensively.
I think he just hesitated and went full speed at the same time. I'm not even sure how it's physically possible, but I believe that's what I just saw.
Right now, I think you're right. He was streaking to the basket, but had a little slight hesitation just to allow the defender to run into him.
But I don't think he ever lost any speed in that hesitation. I don't know. The way these kids train nowadays, you know, we're a little older, and you know, guys didn't train like this when we were in high school. You know, you practice with your team, and then you played at the park, and that was your training. You know.
That's it, right? Here's Williams Jr.
I mean, other than myself, we didn't have anybody at my high school that looked like Tunde Yusufu. You know.
Easy there. I've seen some of your open gym highlights.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Amundsen's feeling it now, though. Connor Amundsen is feeling it. You know, sometimes it all takes for a shooter, right? You get one of them to go in the bucket, and then all of a sudden it starts to look like a pool.
Cotton's three-pointer won't go. Mario Williams with the rebound gets it back over to Cotton. He tries to drive the lane, and Williams with the follow-up and left it short. Look out, 24 taking flight. Tunde Yusufu. Saved that one for the dunk contest. My goodness.
The crazy thing about it was I think he kind of misstepped when he went to jump. He didn't even explode, and he still reversed it.
He finished it on the way down as Amundsen is absolutely on fire.
Well, we saw it from T.T. Carr in the first game, right? Yep. And now we're seeing it from Amundsen. He's heating up in here.
10-0 run for the Valley. Once down 3, now has them up by 7. And Connor Amundsen is the main catalyst. He has found the stroke from range. He is making it rain out here on a hot August day. My goodness, Connor Amundsen.
It's a 10-0 run right now, I believe, for the Valley, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
And other than the Yusufu dunk, I think the rest is all Connor Amundsen.
Here he is again, splits the D. Fakes it, can't get it to go. Yusufu nearly bashed it on the follow. Potts with the clean look. That one won't go, and Yusufu rips it out of the hands of Williams. Sidestep 3, and he was hit on the way up. So Yusufu is going to have a free throw that's worth 3 points coming up, and a chance to put the Valley up by 10 after they were just down by 3. It appears like about a minute and a half ago. Tunde being pressured by the MC. He has to make this free throw.
You better make this free throw. It's a free throw worth 3 points. You know, that's a little more nerve-wracking of a free throw than your traditional one.
Yusufu obliges, knocks it down, as here's Cotton trying to shake Amundsen. I don't know that he shook him, but he was able to get the bucket.
He didn't shake him. That's what makes the bucket that much more impressive.
Jones gets inside. Nice footwork. Left it off the back rim. Yusufu, first follow won't go. And Ward comes up with the rebound.
Ward's done a nice job on the glass, especially in the second half for the 209.
Cotton takes a tough floater over Yusufu. Williams, his follow, too strong, but there's a nice tap in by Caden Ward.
Yeah, Ward got it again. He and Williams getting after it on the glass. The outsized 209 trying to will themselves back. They had one big comeback already. Do they have it in them again?
4:55 left in this ballgame. They did take a timeout, down by 6. Try to make one final run, see if they can't make themselves, or get themselves, I should say, into the championship game against the Bay Area squad, who we saw defeat the 9-1-6. I don't want to say rather handily, but they kind of kept them at bay for the most part and were able to finish them off towards the end. The Bay Area squad absolutely loaded, led by Mikey Lewis, Zion Sensley. We saw Jasir Rencher have a pretty good ball game. Tyler Jones, you mentioned T.T. Carr. He caught fire in that second half. So who's going to face them right now? It's looking like the Valley. They are up by 6, but 209, again, defending champions. They've won this event the last 2 years. They had a 3-point lead a moment ago. Like you said, Matthew, do they have another run in them?
My favorite part about games like this is when you get the stoppages and all the kids come out on the floor play. I'm not even sure they watch the game, right? It's just like, but once there's a stoppage, they hear that whistle and the players get off the floor. Yep. They all run out. There's like 4 basketballs out there. Everybody's playing a different game, a one-on-one.
But the intensity is just as high in those games as it is out here on the court.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be fortunate enough to cover some of these young men.
There's a few of them out there. I know they'll be out there eventually. As here's Rippon Gill driving to the baseline, nothing doing there, so he kicks it out to Yusufu. Barre sets a screen for him. Now he's picked up by Ward. Ward getting all up into Yusufu's crossover 3 off the back rim. And it looks like we're going to have an over the back foul on Rippon Gill. The ball's going to go over to the 209.
We got a potential matchup of Rippon Gill against Gavin Ripp in the champion.
There's a fall away from Jones, rattles home the 2. First bucket of the game for Miles Jones, makes it a 4-point game as we're getting close to the 4-minute mark.
That's what I've been wanting to see from the youngster there. Miles Jones making it happen. That's a nice looking move there.
Potts kicks out to Rippon Gill. That one blocked by Jones on the way up. They're doing it on both ends of the court, and here he is with the ball. Gets inside, behind the back dribble, drops it off to Moore. Moore tried to turn the corner, nothing doing there. Kicks it out to his teammate Thompson. Now his pass picked off by Potts. Got a 3-on-3 break. They kick it out to Amundsen, no hesitation. You know that's going up. That's straight butter cheese from Connor Amundsen.
The pass was even probably a little late from Potts, but Amundsen has the quick release to make it happen.
Nice scoop layup there from Anthony Morgan under the shot blocker. Able to finish that, makes it a 5-point ball game. There's under 3.5 left to play.
This game is so smooth. Questionable decision by the DJ, too, to play Mac Dre while the Bay is not playing. Like, how do you play Mac Dre when the Bay is not playing?
Yeah.
Very questionable. I hope he plans on playing this twice.
Nothing gets by this guy right here, Matthew Bissett. He's the best in the business, man. Barre tying his shoe. Now we're ready to go as Yusufu got it out in the corner. Calls off the screen from Barre, wants to go right at Ward.
You know, Caden Ward has not backed down. He's been doing a nice job on Yusufu. Other than that fast break dunk and the foul on the three-pointer, Yusufu hasn't done much in the second half.
Moore steps into one. Moore's three-pointer over Barre is short, and Amundsen chases down the loose ball. Amundsen gets it over to Yusufu. Potts left open in the corner. He'll fire. That one way too strong. Gill had it momentarily, able to chase it down. Uh-oh. Amundsen left open. Amundsen! Are you kidding me? 5 three-pointers here in the second half for Connor Amundsen. 21 in the second half. 25 in the ball game. The Central Valley up by 8.
The definition of unconscious right now, Connor Amundsen. How about the play by Gill? He got the offensive rebound. He's had a quiet game. He scored the first 5 points of the game, but then he's been quiet ever since then. But right there, offensive rebound and the assist to find Connor Amundsen for the 3.
Amundsen coming off the Yusufu screen. He's going to pull another one. Connor Amundsen nearly got his 6th three-pointer. That one rattled out. But everyone in the gym, I think, had a feeling it was going in.
I mean, heck, the rim thought it was going in. It just rattled in and out.
Rafiq from the volleyball line gets it to go. No, it's only 3, but I think he was shooting for 4 on that one. A big three-pointer as it cuts it down to a 5-point margin. We're under 2 minutes left to play.
What was that game they used to have on the MTV that had 4-pointers? What was that game?
Like Jock Jams or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to call it for a 3-second. So it's going to be a turnover.
Oh, that's a hometown call for the 209.
Call.
The 209's greasing the refs.
Shout out to my guy Alan Davis out there, former Central Catholic graduate. So here's Rafiq, the squad down 5. He just hit a three-pointer a little while ago. He slipped, and the ball is still loose on the ground, being poked around. Amundsen comes up with it, and Yusufu, looking for Barre, throws it away. So it's 122, still plenty of time for 209. Down by 5. They're going to need a bucket on this possession.
Pull it again, Mateen. Pull it again.
They get it over to Miles Jones. He's waiting for the screen from Anthony Morris, so trying to get Barre into the screen and roll action. If they can't play the pick and pop game, but here's Thompson. Gets it inside to Ward. Ward, left-hand scoop won't go. And we're under a minute as the Valley has it up by 5. Amundsen in trouble, doubled in the backcourt, and has this pass picked off by Ward. Now Thompson goes at Amundsen, who's looking for the offensive foul. And now the outlet pass over to Barre. He's going to throw it down for 2 and push the lead up to 7.
40 seconds left. That might do it there.
Rafiq again from the volleyball line. Can't get that one to go. And here comes Yusufu. Gets it out to Amundsen. He wants another triple. 3-ball corner pocket. Connor Amundsen. He's got 6 in the second half. And that makes it a 10-point game. That'll just about do it for the Valley, who's going to ensure that there's a new champion here in the Battle of NorCal. 209 will not be in the championship game for the first time.
Oh, Yusufu. Everybody wants to do something here.
They'll toss it up between the legs. Throws down the flush for the final margin. And that makes it 93-81. As Tunde Yusufu, Connor Amundsen, and the Central Valley win this one 93-81. And they will take on the Bay Area in the championship game here at the Battle of NorCal. So Matthew, my partner Matthew Bassett, and cameraman Miles Hansen will be right back to check out the three-point contest and the slam dunk competition here at the Battle of NorCal. Thanks for joining us once again. It's the Valley 93 and 209 81.